Alright. Hey everyone, ZvP StarCraft here with another StarCraft 2 commentary. This is going to be Game 2 in the best of 3 series between our Red Protoss player spawning here in the top TT1 versus our Blue Zerg player spawning here in the bottom LiquidTLO. Yes, LiquidTLO, everyone's favorite, or at least my favorite. Next to Hydra and Huck, and then all these other players. They're all my favorite. I don't like one more than the other. They are all awesome. So, we have, in the previous game, we saw just a very nice timing push from TT1 against LiquidTLO. TLO was trying to do some Baneling harass, getting the Banelings in the mineral line of the natural expansion, but sadly it was not enough to hold off the huge 4-gate attack from TT1, sending the Overlord across. Scrap Station is just a very good map. If you guys didn't know this, in MLG, if you lose a match, or if you lose a game, you get to choose the map for the next game. So, pretty much all the Zergs were choosing Scrap Station if they had lost. Because Scrap Station is just a very good map for Zerg. You have a very easy to defend natural. It only has one pretty small opening. You can probably fit 2 or 3 spine crawlers in here to just hold it really nice. I like to put some spine crawlers right out here, or maybe arc back, just to protect my main and my natural quite effectively. And TT1 is going to high five with this drone coming over here, do some damage. But sadly TLO does not have enough minerals, so TT1 is going to be able to block this expansion. And TLO just says, okay, whatever. I'll deal with it. I'll just stab away at this pylon as long as I can. TT1 might decide to cancel this and then rebuild it just to annoy him. Just to annoy TLO, and that is just such an annoying thing to have to deal with as Zerg. We have our gateway into Cybernetics Core going down. He's had his gas up for a little while, not too long, not too short. The probe coming back here to poke at TLO, and we see that great micro that all the Protoss players are using, that just waiting until their probe loses all of its shields, and then they'll just dance around a lot until the shields start to come back. And here comes the 4 Zerglings from TLO, going to be able to take this out and eventually kill this pylon so that TLO can get his expansion. That drone just barely surviving the onslaught from the probe right there. Got our first queen out for TLO, second queen on the way. How long do these queens take? 50 seconds, and that building, or that puke larva, is 40 seconds, yeah, so that larva will finish 10 seconds before the queen comes out. I've just been curious about that, so I decided to look at it while I wasn't playing. And the aTnTTone 2000 right here, just sitting next to these Zerglings. Luckily, TLO probably likes all the random critters that are sitting on the map, so he's not going to be killing this automaton quite yet, if ever. They're just so cute to have around. Getting warp gate right now and building a sentry in the gateway. Whenever I play Protoss, I always forget that you can build units out of the gateways before they're warp gates. I usually just wait and save minerals until they are warp gates. TLO sending his first. TLO pooping out a creep tumor. Excuse me, I was trying to say queen and creep tumor at the same time. TLO pooping out a creep tumor with his queen, and then he's going to move it onto this natural expansion. He might put down another creep tumor, or he might just go straight into puking larva on the expansion. And here's another queen from TLO. Looks like he's going to go for just maybe to spread his creep more, or just to do some damage with these early Zerglings. I actually don't know why this queen is right here. She could probably do some more good elsewhere right now. Getting nicely saturated. Very even on harvesters, 27 for both of them right now, but TLO does have this expansion, so that will push him just a little bit farther ahead than Protoss. And these 5 sentries and 1 zealot are going to be able to push these Zerglings away from the Protoss main base. What, do you need something?
No.
Okay.
Just a snap.
Okay. My friend's trying to distract me so that I mess up while casting, getting the early evolution chamber, anticipating maybe some kind of weird Stargate play. I was kind of sad at MLG DC and, well, at Dallas more so, a little bit at DC, but at Dallas there was very little Stargate play from Protoss players, and that is something I like to see, even though I hate seeing it in normal matches. Hate seeing it in my ladder matches. Great force fields going down, trapping this one Zealot, but he's okay because he can still hit some Zerglings if they decide to come up close to him. But the Zerglings running by, getting into the little crack right there, and then running up into the main expansion. They're going to be able to pick off quite a few workers. One going down, at least one going down right now. Only losing one, surprisingly. Warping in a Zealot, just one Zealot, to try to deal with these. Probably get a sentry. Yeah, there he goes, getting that sentry, and that sentry's gonna die before it can even get warped out right now. Maybe it was cancelled. I couldn't tell. That was just too fast. But it looks like these Zerglings are gonna kill another sentry, doing quite their worth in damage right now. We're not really missing anything on the map. There's no counterattack. TT1 is just leaving units outside of his base to prevent any more Zerglings from coming in. And these Zerglings are going to morph into Banelings over here, and the Zealot is not going to follow it for a second, waiting for that Stalker, and they're going to try to shoot away these Zerglings as fast as they can. But one Zergling is not really going to do anything. He did get quite a bit of scouting information for only the cost of a few Zerglings, which is a very good thing to do. A lot of Zerglings coming out for TLO right now. Apparently he really likes to do this Zergling play. He has 20 Zerglings on the way and 5 morphing into Banelings right now, getting his lair and getting the +1 armor for the ground. He does not have attacks yet, but he could get it any second. Protoss also getting +1 attacks and has this expansion up quite nicely, getting a Stalker out, and has 5 Stalkers, 6 sentries, 4 Zealots to defend against 30 Zerglings and 5 Banelings. That should be enough, especially if he force fields himself in with some good force fields right there. And we just have one Zergling picking away at these rocks. Looks like TT1 can see that, and he's going to warp up a Stalker just to push that Zergling away, because we all know how fast one Zergling can take out the destructible rocks. That Zergling going down. But a lot of Zerglings coming in now from TLO. Doesn't have the Banelings with them, though. He has 3 Zerglings up here, maybe to spot, and he could do maybe a better job spreading that creep, but that was new. I do love spreading creep as Zerg. I love having the entire map just covered in purple. I would like to see TLO take out these rocks, just because if TT1 decides to push out at all, he could just run his Zerglings up into the main quite easily. And it looks like TT1 is going to listen to me and take out these rocks instead of TLO. There's so many T's saying in this. We have ground armor level 2 coming out from TLO right now. It's really hard to get straight which one is TT1 and which one is TLO.